What is up, my veggies? My name is VeggieTales Raymond, and welcome back to another movie review. But before we get to the review, I do want to give a little shout out to these three Instagrams. They helped me with my congratulations music video. Definitely, if you haven't checked that out, I'll put the link in the description, and definitely go check out their Instagrams. They should be on screen at some point, somehow, whatever. But yeah, definitely go check them out. They helped me out with it. So yeah, So with that put off to the side, let's go ahead and get into a movie review. A movie I've been trying to figure out when I wanted to review it. And I decided I should go ahead and do it now before I completely forget the movie out of my mind. And that is Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Yes, I am reviewing another one of these movies. Now, I didn't have really that much negative to say about I didn't have that much negative to say about the first film. From what I remember, I don't really remember what I said in my review. But there's a lot to this movie that I think does some things better than it did in the first. My opinion may have changed on the first movie. I really don't remember what I said, but I have an opinion on the first movie anyway, which I didn't mention in the last video. That the first one was based off a Broadway musical, and this one isn't, which is weird. So they pretty much had their own free will with this, because there was no specific thing I had to follow, which was really weird. And I thought in the first movie some of the musical numbers popped up out of nowhere. This popped up. This one had a lot more musical numbers that just like didn't seem to click as well. I do see like a lot of the songs in this one also did actually help connect the story a lot more. And by the way, this one is a prequel and a sequel, because they keep on jumping back and forth from the past and the future, which sometimes is not very clear on the transitions. So you're like, wait, we changed. Which is really not a good thing if you're going to do this with the type of movie, which is when you have your audience go, wait, I didn't know we switched. But, like, for the most part, this movie's done in an interesting light to where you don't feel like it's too bad. Some musical numbers in this, I was like, ugh. One of the first musical numbers the girl has with the guy in the past flashbacks was like, I didn't like it. There were some songs that I really liked. I'd be lying to you if I told you I remembered really any of the songs. I do remember that they did bring back some songs from the original. They brought back Dancing Queen, and they also brought back Mamma Mia. I don't remember any of the others they brought back, because those are the only ones I remember from that are in this. I don't think anything else returned. I do like that there's more focus on other characters in this, even though the main focus of this movie isn't present day, it's the past. That's what they really wanted to focus on. You can really tell, because a lot of the times the stuff that's taking place in the present are like, you can tell like it's being rushed. It feels like it's being rushed through, and they're not really trying to focus on that. They just want to, like, okay, we'll do this, and then people know these people are still around, and then we'll jump back to the past. Which, if you wanted to do that, why didn't you just make this movie a whole prequel instead of just making it this weird prequel-sequel hybrid, which just really, really confused me when I first watched this, because I was like, I didn't even realize that what some of the things that happens, like, wait, why did they go with this direction? Wait, why is that happening? I had a lot of questions going through my mind when I watched this movie. Like, I mean, a lot of questions going through my mind when I watched this movie. I was like, wait, that happened, and this happened, and huh? it was really, 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 really confusing, and I was like, sometimes the movie can be really confusing. Sometimes it was actually pretty entertaining. There were some few jokes that actually made me laugh. This one, it had heart to it. I wouldn't say it had a buttload of heart like in the first one. I said the first one had more heart than this one, but I will say there is some stuff where you actually parts where you feel for the characters. The movie itself, you really just don't fall in love with. I can't say this movie's amazing. I can't say I hated it, but I can't really say. When I watched this with my brother, he was in the room when I watched it. He was like, "Yeah, well, that sucked." And I, I'm in the middle there. Like, I really didn't love this movie, and dang, it wasn't even that good. But I had fun with it nonetheless. It was. I had some fun with it because it's a musical, and most of the time I will enjoy a musical regardless if it's bad or not. A lot of the writing in this is all right. It is nice to see some characters return and get to see some past and some characters, which is, I'm surprised they've got some. They have some actually pretty good actors to play the people in the past, which I really, really like. The first song in it, I was like looking around the room. I'm like, whoa, what? It was one of those movies, if that makes sense. It's a movie that you just have to watch for yourself, I have to say, because I just sat there thinking about this movie. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Are we going this direction with this? Is this a good idea? And blah, 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 blah. I had a lot on my mind while watching this movie because I was like, oh, okay, that's something. So is this. Oh, okay, we're doing that? A lot of that was going through my mind while watching this movie. Like I said, most of the musical numbers are passable. There are some ones that are just all of a sudden, they're just like, hey, you're awesome. Ah, ba, 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 da, ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da. And just turn into this song. I'm like, whoa, there was no musical cue. There was nothing like that. That just felt really forced. And the first movie had that problem as well with them feeling like they forced some musical numbers. But this one, I feel like it may have done it to a higher extent. Sorry, my camera's falling. May have done it to a larger extent, and I'm not sure how I feel about that because it is slightly distracting, slightly annoying, and it like just like okay, we're singing now. It's like that's how it is. It's like if you're in a Broadway musical and like you forgot you have a musical number coming up, and then you go out on stage. It's like we're singing now. Yeah, it's kind of like that if you're like in a play or something, and it's just this movie doesn't work in some places. It works in other places, but there's not enough with the movie that is great to make this movie passable. I guess it's passable for what it's trying to accomplish, but for some scenes in this film, I'm just sitting there thinking, why? And why does this... When I first heard about this, because I was planning on going to the movies to see The Incredibles, Hotel Transylvania 2, and Teen Titans Go to the Movies when this came out. And I was checking the movie theater website, and it turned out this was that thing. I didn't see any advertisements for it. I didn't see no trailer for it. I heard nothing about this. And I'm like, that exists? And like I said, I have a huge soft spot for musicals. I always have. Because I love a good musical. They're really, really entertaining. And I just love to jam out to some music. But with this movie, it's sometimes the musical numbers just aren't good. There's some bad choreographing or whatever you call it. Some characters just fall flat. I do like the younger versions of the three potential dads in the last movie. I did like seeing them in all younger form. I did enjoy that, and there was some heart there. But for overall, this movie didn't really grab my attention or do anything special, except for make it a half the movie a prequel, half of the movie a sequel, which they should have just probably stuck with just making it a prequel, and then maybe go back and do another sequel if they wanted to. because it probably would have benefited more from it if they would have just done that, and the movie probably wouldn't have been. But then they probably would have had to have a bunch of extra scenes and blah 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 blah. The movie, it works to an extent, and then it gets its little. It doesn't even get that high before it goes. It gets its little leeway, and then. The movie's just all over the place, but I would recommend checking it out for yourself. Tell me, guys, if you guys have seen this movie, tell me what you guys thought of it down in the comment section below. And that's really all I have to say for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button down below. Subscribe, leave me a comment, and link to all my social medias linked down in the description below. And do not forget the notification button to be notified when I upload these sweet, sweet videos. And I'll put the link for you to get this movie on iTunes in the description below. And I definitely would love if you guys to go check out my previous music video. Definitely go check it out. And like I said at the beginning of the video, definitely go follow their Instagrams. Go check them out. They were awesome helping me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!